I know I did. I'm going to tell you a story now because his brother. His brother, the fella, the chocolate fella. Now, I'm going to tell you the story tonight because we've got two dogs in the bed with us, right? We've got Chubby and Chubbyette, and Chubbyette's licking my toes, right? And we had a little dog, and his name was Tiny. Now, he actually wasn't very small. He was a big enough kind of dog, but maybe it's because we were small.
But tiny, but we know.
He was a bit like a fox now, to be honest with you. He was kind of brown and he was kind of wiry haired.
He's Tiny's dad.
Yeah, he's dead. Yeah, he's years and years and years dead.
But he's ugly.
He was a little bit ugly, but we loved him, right? And he was always skinny. Remember, he was always skinny old dog. But when we were younger, one night, Daddy was home from work. He came in and he said, "Oh, better go put in the dog, Nan." And I said, "I think you want to put the dog in." So Dickie went out anyway and said, "No sign, Tiny." And I said, "Sure, he was out there early on." And do you see Tiny? She says to us, and we said, "Oh, he was down the fields with us." We said, "We were down playing in Donaghue's field." "Did he come home with us?" And we said, "Yeah, I think he did." "Did he come home or not come home?" "He did." "Then where was he?" And we said, "Jeez, I don't know." We went inside. And Daddy said, "Oh God, see down Donaghue's field, lad, there was always badgers and foxes. And there were rabbits as well."
It's actually like that.
Yeah.
No, foxes are friends with dogs.
Yeah. Well, sometimes they are.
Does he come here?
I'm in beside your cuddling now. So, Daddy went out again, calling him. No sign of him. Dog was barking, her growling. I was going to bit me toe there.
Yeah.
Go on.
He's going.
Anyway, it's alright. So, no sign of him. We went up and we called him, we whistled him and no sign. So we said, "Listen, we'll have to go to bed and we'll get up in the morning and we'll go to look for him." So we all went to bed. We're all a little bit worried now because your dog is missing. You don't sleep well.
Cry a bit.
Yeah, we did cry a little bit. Because you would, because you'd be kind of going, you'd wonder where he is. And you have to call him and calling him. So next morning we all went out and we went out calling and Daddy was very good at noticing tracks and stuff. And he noticed that the dog's footprints were facing back down towards the field. And he said, "Oh God, he could be down the field." So we went down around and went down and we called and nothing happened. One day and a couple of hours went by again and Dickie went out again and we went down. He said, "Come on and show me where you were playing." So we went down. We're showing we're playing around where the badgers were, where the foxes were. And he started looking in the briars and he could see the briars, you could see the bits of hair. And then he looked in one of the dens and where the holes where the foxes were. And he noticed there was some of Tiny's hair in it, stuck on it. And he goes, "Oh no," so he's gone into the fox's den. And he held his ear down and got down the ground and he whistled him. And then he heard a sound. Wow, 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 wow. Come back up like an echo, come back up to the den. I said, "Oh jeez," he said, "he's in the den." He says, "He's in the fox's den." Now see, the foxes though, lads, will dig a hole and they will bury all that's to be underground by 10, 20, 30 feet, right? Big dens, big elaborate dens. And the thing is, I will. And the poor old dog will go in. The dog could only go one way, Nellie, right? She won't be able to turn around because there's no room to turn around. And the thing is, if she goes in too far, she'll go into the den with the foxes, where she could turn around. But if the foxes caught her in there, or caught him in there, they'd attack him and kill him, right? So we said, "Oh Jesus, what are we going to do?"
We can't go there.
Yeah. So we got spades and went up and we started to dig.
So we don't get a pony.
No, we went up and got spades up in the house and we tried to dig.
We couldn't get a pony.
No, we couldn't get the pony, no. And we tried to dig and try to get down into the hole and no way could we get down.
So can you get a cat?
No, we couldn't get a cat either. No. And we couldn't get it. "Oh, what are we going to do?" And I said, "The fucking dog is stuck." Now we knew Tiny was always hungry. He was always a bit skinny, right? And he was always eating, but he was still always hungry. So we said, what are we going to do? And I think it was Anne said, sausages. I said, what? He loves sausages. And I said, yeah. We'll cook him some sausages. Great idea. So we went back and we had an outdoor camping cooker and we brought in a frying pan and a pack of sausages and the oil. And we knew once the smell of the sausages would go in. Now the dog was hungry now. He was in there now for a day and a half now at this stage. And we fried up the sausages and all the smell of the sausages went down into the den, for the foxes. Mm-hmm. Now we knew as well that when the smell went down past the dog, the foxes would get it as well, and they'd go, whoa, dinner, right? So we had to kind of make sure that the dog was able to get out quick enough before the foxes come up after him, right? So we, start blowing the smell down, and next minute we could hear this rustle, and there's this sound, and we could hear then the foxes stirring, and all the small foxes barking, and they all were loud. And next minute we could hear this noise running up the tunnel. I said, oh Jesus Christ, the fox are going to get the dog now. And next out we saw run out, and we saw Tiny's tail coming out, and we grabbed him by the tail and pulled him out. And next minute, lads, he gave us the big lick, and next we looked down and Nanny says, and Dickie says, run. I said, why? The foxes are out. And lads, there were about 40 foxes ran out the hole, and we left the cooker and the sausages there and we legged it up the field, and they ran up after us straight away, and then they stopped and they turned around and they started eating the sausages. And we said, oh lads, what we got? I said, our cooker and all. And I said, no, it'll be grand, there'll be no bother at all with that. So we brought Tiny home, we played with him, we washed him and cleaned him, he was all covered in muck, and we gave him a big feed of sausages back in the house. But we went back down anyway, and Anne said to me, we went back down, and the foxes weren't there, but the cooker and on and the frying pan was there, and all we could hear coming up the noise of the tunnel was, and we said, what's wrong with the foxes? And Anne said, oh, I forgot, the sausages were out of date, she says. And we looked at the wrapper of the sausages, and the sausages had been out of date for about 2 weeks, so they were gone off. And the old foxes ate them, and they got the shits, and they got the scutter and everything because of them, and they got sick. The end.
My grandma said.
That's true.
They're not big. Look, can I have some little black?
That's an 8-minute story, Eppie.
Can I have some little black?
Okay.